So on the first unofficial depth chart, you were listed as the top tight end. Does that mean anything to you?
I mean, no, not really. The way we use our tight ends, we can all be thrown in there at any moment, and we all have something to offer, and it's a pretty good tight end group. So I'm excited to see what we all do this year.
One of the things that Hugh lauded you for and that kind of stood out last year is your ability to block. Um, where does that kind of come from, and do you take pride in that?
Oh yeah, something I definitely take pride in. When I was back at USC, I learned from a young age that that's really important. And Lane Kiffin and Rhett Ellison kind of brought me along, to be a good blocker because it's most important in football.
What are you looking to do to take the next step? I mean, we've talked before, and you do some things really well, and Hugh mentioned the blocking, and you kind of establish yourself as a solid player. But what do you need to do to really kind of elevate yourself?
I mean, as far as right now, I'm just looking to become a more complete player. Um, even continue to hone into my skills in blocking, hone into my skills in pass catching. That's really my main focus. Anything I can do to become a better Brown.
Is your role? I mean, you came in your rookie year and then you missed it. Obviously, new coaching staff comes in, and they definitely bought in on you. What does that mean to you?
I mean, whenever a new coaching staff comes in, it's like another tryout for everybody on the team. And so that's what I felt like when they first came in. I'm glad that they believe in me. I've worked my tail off to get to this position, as everyone else on this team. And so I'm just looking forward to winning some games this season.
When they released Gary in the spring, drafted David as well, what was your mindset? What were you thinking through that 24 to 48 hour period when all that happened?
I mean, Gary Barnidge is a really close friend of mine. He and I are really cool, but I don't really handle anything that goes on upstairs. So I just play football. So whatever happens, happens.
But I mean, for you as a player, as a member of this team, opportunity goes like that.
Yeah, like I said, Gary's a great leader. He's done a lot for this team. Um, you know, I kind of had to fit into some big shoes once he left, but I'm up for the challenge.
And that made you the elder statesman, right?
It did, yeah.
It's way too early for that,
Only
right?
playing one season, but it is what it is. So I'll take it and run with it.
And do you feel like you're the guy that David and even Seth are going to for advice? You haven't said that. Trying to help those guys out any way you can in that way?
Yeah, of course, any way that I can. The way that our tight end group works is we all, build and work off of each other. There's not really, one guy that's, the main leader. I could even say that there's some things that I can learn from David, some things I can learn from Seth, some things that David can learn from me or Seth. That's the way it works. And so, it's really just one unit rather than, here's a starter, here's a second guy.
So how good do you think the group can be? Because I think we all watch practice and see potential, but it's also unproven,
Yeah. I definitely think the group can be really good. David is, I compared him to an avatar. He's, a freak of nature. Seth is, got great route running ability, great hands. Everyone in our tight end group has something to offer. And I think from where we started, in OTAs to where we are now, we've definitely improved a lot. And, there's definitely a lot more room to improve.
The way Hugh uses tight ends, I know there were times last year it seemed like every tight end on the roster was on the field for one play. Have you ever been in an offense like that where he'll go heavy on tight end?
I have not. The most is, 2 tight end sets back when I was in college. But, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I love that, Hugh loves his tight ends. For that, we love Hugh.
Brock Osweiler is going to start the preseason opener now. So what have you learned about Brock so far in his short time here? What do you think of him?
Brock, in my opinion, I think is a natural-born leader. He's definitely proven himself since he's been here. He takes control of the offense, takes control of the huddle, and it's something that all the offensive skill players and the O-linemen definitely look for. All of our quarterbacks have definitely improved since they first got here. And so, to be honest, I think that we can throw anyone in there. It's that great of a group, But like I said, Hugh, takes control of who starts, who comes second string. So I'm excited to see what Brock does this year.
All good.
Good.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks,
Yep.
Randy.